Hello and welcome to this short grounding practice for your evening or for any other time of day where you need to just cleanse your energy, come back to your energy and just ground and recenter. So you don't need any specific props for this practice. We will start seated though, so if you do want to sit on something, more than welcome. And of course, if there's any other props that you do wish to use, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Otherwise, we're going to start in a kneeling position. If that's not good for your knees, feel free to come over to a seated position. That's fine as well. And just take a few little wriggles, adjustments, find a nice comfortable position that works for you. And then soften down your eyes when you're ready. Giving yourself a few moments just to arrive in your space. Feel the sensation and the support of the ground beneath you. Notice all of the sounds around you. Notice the subtle waves of the breath. And letting go of the day behind you. Taking a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Big breath in. Then this time, if you can, hold that breath at the top. And then when you can no longer hold the breath, big sigh out. And then gently letting the eyes flicker back open. We're going to make our way into a cleansing breath practice. So wherever you are, you can do this from kneeling or seated as well. So you're going to bring the hands just out in front. You might like to watch around first and then you can join in when you're ready. Just separate the knees a little bit so you give yourself a little bit of space coming onto the fingertips. Take a nice big breath in through the nose. And then the exhale is a ch. So a ch as we bow forward, forehead towards the earth. Ch. And then as you take your next inhale, take in little sips of breath as you lift your body back upright. Hands will come back to the thighs and then hold that breath at the top if you can. And then when you're ready to take your exhale, you can either keep head just neutral or you can tilt the head back if that feels okay for the neck. And then a big exhale through the mouth. Bring the head back to neutral, hands come back out in front. Take an inhale. And then exhale to bow forward. Empty all of the breath. Inhale, take little sips of breath in. Let the breath lift the body back up. Hold the breath. And then exhale, release through the mouth. And then join in when you're ready. You can keep eyes open or eyes closed, hands come out. Take a big breath in. Breath out to bow forward. Inhale your little sips, lift up. Hold the breath. Exhale, release when you can no longer hold. And then moving through a few rounds just in your own rhythm, your own pace. Really let go of the energy of the day on each breath out. You can make it a little forceful if you like. Each time you take your breath in, welcome the new, fresh energy for the day. Take 2 more rounds. And then when you've taken that last round, just let the body and the breath settle. Take a few moments here. Notice how you're feeling. Notice how the breath feels. And then take a big breath in through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. Gently flicker the eyes back open. We'll move into some longer held restorative shapes. Moving into child's pose for our first shape. So you just take the knees a little bit wider than the hips. Walk the hands out forward. And then forehead rests down onto the floor. If that feels a little bit far, just bring forearms together, stack the head onto the arms there. Or if it feels more nourishing for you to have the knees together and then arms by the sides, more than welcome to take that option there. And you might take a little wriggle through the hips here. You might roll the forehead side to side. A little wriggle through the fingers and the toes. And then when you're ready, settle into stillness. Settling in with a big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more rounds just like that if that feels nourishing for you. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time. Big breath in. Big breath out. And creating this little nurturing cocoon for yourself. Letting go of everything outside of you and returning home to yourself. Turning home to your little cocoon, to your grounded, peaceful energy that's just for you here. Letting everything go, letting all of the muscles melt. Letting yourself sink down towards the earth a little more on every breath out. Take another 5 breaths here. Enjoying a final surrendered breath. And then when you're ready in your own time, there's no rush, slowly make your way back to all fours. And bring the knees back in if they're out wide. And you might just pause here, or it might feel nice to take a little rock through the hips, a few circles, or any little movement you feel called to take. And then when you feel like you've taken enough movement, slowly let yourself down onto the belly. You'll just rest here on the belly for a few moments. So you could bring arms by the sides and rest onto one cheek. Or you could stack the forearms again, rest the head down. Let the entire front line of the body surrender to the floor. Completely let go of all of your weight. You are held here. There is nothing you need to do. And let the belly and the hip space fold into your ground, into your mat for another 3 cycles of deep, restful breath. And then when you've taken those 3 breaths, we'll slowly transition into our next shape, Gecko. But if this feels really supportive, really nourishing, you're welcome to stay here. And you can meet me whenever you're ready. If you are ready to come into Gecko, just bringing the hands to a cactus, arms by the sides, and then bending that right knee, bringing that knee out to the side, letting the ankle rest on the floor. You might like to rest onto the left cheek or the right cheek here. If it doesn't work for you to have the arms like this, just simply bring the hands back, rest forehead to the hands, or stack the forearms and come back there. Again, letting the whole entire front line of the body surrender into the earth. Allow the earth to hold and support and cradle you like a mother cradles her child. You are safe to let go. You are safe to rest. You are safe to just be. When there is a lot of space, it's okay when the mind wanders, when the thoughts start to creep back in. Rather than trying to avoid that or push them away, let them be seen. Let those thoughts be acknowledged. And then just let them float out as they floated in with the same ease and the same flow, just like a cloud floats through the sky. Notice those pockets of space between the thoughts. because thoughts will always be there. Allow the entire body to soften and relax a little more for another few rounds of breath. Take a final restful breath in and a final restful breath out. And then in the next few moments, softly and gently bring that right leg back into center to meet the left. We'll rest for a few moments just in the center so you can keep the arms as they are. You might bring arms by the sides or stack the hands on top of each other. And just notice this in-between space. And give yourself permission for this in-between space to be as nourishing and as restful as each specific shape themselves. And you can stay here a little longer, or if you're ready, you can transition over to the other side, so resetting the arms and then softly bending that left knee out to the side, letting the ankle rest on the floor. Taking any little adjustments, any little wriggles you need to settle on this side. And then letting the whole body surrender once again. And the invitation for a big breath in through the nose. And a big breath out through the mouth. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then one more round just like that. If you feel called to take one more round. And then allowing the entire body to melt into the floor, into the earth. Giving yourself complete permission here to be held, nurtured, and cradled by the earth as a mother cradles her child. You are safe to rest. You are safe to completely let go. You are safe to just be. Enjoying the spaciousness of rest. But if it feels a little uncomfortable, anchoring back into the breath or the sound or the body. We'll stay here in this space for just another few cycles of breath. And then when you feel called to transition out, softly bring that left leg back into center to meet the right. And then just let yourself rest on the belly here. You can keep the arms as they are. You might bring arms by the sides or hands together for the forehead to rest there. And let the belly, the hips ground back into the earth. Taking another few minutes of rest in stillness here. You could stay on the belly, or you could roll over onto your back. Staying for as long as you feel called to stay. And then whenever you're ready, you can take some movement. You can roll onto one side. Come back to child's pose. And then make your way back into your day.